So I was talking about how the shows are really just a small part of our day. We do a variety of different interactions or sessions with all of the whales. For instance, we have learning sessions where not only do they learn new behaviors, but we can keep up on old behaviors that they already know. These animals are very, very intelligent. They know hundreds and hundreds of behaviors. It's hard enough for us to remember them. And so if we don't ask them for a particular behavior for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, sometimes they forget it. We can use those learning sessions for an upkeep on behaviors that they already know. Now this behavior across the way there, Nalani, is actually on our killer whale scale. That big silver platform over there is our scale. How many of you step on a scale at home to see how much you weigh? That is what we would consider a husbandry behavior. Now a husbandry session or husbandry behaviors is basically a big fancy word for any behavior that the whales are trained in that help us in their care. For instance, stepping on a scale. How many of you brush your teeth? That's a husbandry behavior. Our killer whales get their teeth cleaned several times a day. We can also collect urine samples, fecal samples, blood samples, all sorts of things that our veterinarians can use to monitor their health. So those are all husbandry behaviors, and like I said, all of you are trained in husbandry behaviors as well. If you go to the doctor for a checkup, that's a husbandry behavior. If you go to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned, that's a husbandry behavior. So all of our whales do things very similar to that help us in their care. I wondered about that splash zone, didn't I? Now, another type of session or interaction that we do is playtime. I was talking about that earlier. As you guys were eating in the show, and these two whales came back into the pool, you may have seen a couple of toys that went in the pool with them. It's kind of dark across the way, but for those of you kind of in the middle, if you look all the way in the back, you might see some different toys along that wall back there. We have barrels and balls of different sizes, shapes, and colors, all sorts of things that we can throw in the pool with them that they can have on their free time, or we can do an interactive playtime with them, or maybe we throw something in the pool and ask them to bring it back to us. But of course, these are very large animals, so their toys have to be very durable. The largest killer whale toy that we have here weighs 120 pounds. And they can toss that thing around like a soccer ball. It's pretty light for them. It takes about 3 trainers to actually even get it in or out of the pool. They enjoy playing with that one. So there's Nalani across the way. And Kayla, all the way down on the far right in that shallow area, right now as an adult female, Kayla weighs in at just over 6,000 pounds. And Nalani, as a juvenile female, is weighing in just under 3,000 pounds. Now that's about average for killer whales of their size. Female killer whales usually weigh between about 5,000 and 8,000 pounds, whereas the males weigh between about 10,000 to 12,000 pounds. Our largest killer whale here in our Shamu family, his name is Silicone. You may have seen him in the girls earlier today. Just come back to the Christmas show. I think it might be tonight. And Silicone, as an adult male, weighs in at 12,000 pounds. Now, even though he is twice the size of the females, Kayla here, at half the size, can tell him where to go and how fast to get there. Because it is a matriarchal society, which means the females are dominant, even though they are half the size of the males. Here comes Nalani right in the center. I warned you about that splash zone. Now another type of interaction that we do is actually my favorite type of interaction is a relationship setting. Where we just spend some quality one-on-one time with these whales. We don't really ask them to do anything except hang out with us and get some love. So we might give some back rub or belly rub. You see Ashley across the way is rubbing on Nalani's forefoot in there. Killer whales are very, very tactile. They have very sensitive skin. So we can use our hands, or we have brushes around the area. We have water hoses. We give them a nice water massage. And they really enjoy that. You'll also see them rubbing on each other or on the walls, sometimes on their free time. Now, all of the training that we do here at SeaWorld, not only with the killer whales, but with any of the animals we see here in the park, is all done based on positive reinforcement. And what that means is that we bring attention to all the behaviors we're looking for, and we simply ignore the behaviors that we're not looking for. Now you might wonder, how in the world do you bring attention to a behavior? Well, we give them something that they enjoy, something that they like. What do you think that is? Fish, yes. However, that's not the only thing that they like. That's just one thing. I was talking about those back rubs earlier. We can give them a nice back rub, or the ice that we use to keep the fish cold. Some of them enjoy that. Those toys that we can throw in the water. Even sending them on another behavior that we think they enjoy. So we have a variety of different things that each killer whale seems to enjoy. And we spend years learning what they like and they don't like. And so by having that variety, it makes it more likely that these animals will do all the behaviors that you're seeing them do. Because everything is completely voluntary. They're going to get something. They don't know what it is until they do that, and they come back to us to receive that reinforcement. So if they go to a jump one time, they might get some fish. But the next time, they might get some ice. The next time after that, they might get a back rub. So we keep it different. It's very variable. And no two sessions that we do are ever the same. Every single day is very different. We interact with them multiple times throughout the day, and it's never the same thing. So we kind of keep them on their toes. It looks like Kayla's coming down on the far left-hand side for everybody down there. So you can see they're just kind of having fun working back and forth with their two trainers. This isn't something that we normally do. Like I said, we try and change things up once in a while. Usually it's one trainer and one whale. So this is a little bit different for them to have two trainers to be interacting with. One on the stage over there and the other across the way. Now Morgan down there is doing what we consider a mimic behavior. A mimic behavior is basically you do what I do. So Morgan's raising her hand up, and Kayla is raising her pectoral flip around. We have several different spin in a circle. Morgan here is kind of dancing, and you can see Kayla bobbing her head back and forth. Alright, now Justin has asked Nalani to come over here to the shallow area, and she's going to be making a vocalization. It's probably going to be fairly loud, so you should be able to hear it, but I'll stop talking so that you can hear it here. Now, if you notice, when she was making that vocalization, her mouth was actually closed. That's because all of the vocalizations that killer whales make come from the blowhole at the top of their head. They don't come from their mouth like you and I. They don't have vocal cords. So they manipulate that blowhole to make whistling noise. Now, we certainly hope that you've all enjoyed this opportunity to learn more about killer whales. You know, just like us, they learn through experience, observation, and cooperation. Now that being said, when other people see you and me doing things to care for the environment, like picking up trash on the beach or recycling, we can inspire them to start making positive choices too. Through Shamu, we're reminded that the choices each and every one of us make can make a difference in caring for our natural world. And if we all join together in cooperation, just like killer whales, we can work wonders. And the beauty of our oceans will continue to thrive.
2014 is an historic year for our SeaWorld family of parks as we celebrate our 50th Sea of Surprises. This is just a part of what promises to be the most exciting era in SeaWorld's history. We look forward to seeing you again for the next amazing chapter in the SeaWorld story.
We want to thank you for joining us tonight at Dine with Shamu. We do hope that you enjoyed it. We hope